Sex workers worldwide are overwhelmingly excluded from social protection schemes and government emergency responses put in place for other workers. Criminalisation, stigma and discrimination, and the failure to recognise sex work as work compound sex workers' exclusion and foster economic insecurity. Sex workers are often excluded from financial systems, housing and public services that would enable their economic security and independence. They are also excluded from labour protections, work-related entitlements, and, in many countries, are denied the right to associate and organise. Most government programmes aimed at sex workers do not address needs identified by sex workers, but rather claim to protect sex workers from themselves, whilst violating their human rights and undermining their autonomy. Such programmes include raid and rescue interventions and forced rehabilitation or exit programmes, which are not rights-based. The COVID-19 pandemic has further exposed the structural, social, and economic barriers that restrict sex workers' access to social protection, increase criminalisation and harassment, and exacerbate vulnerability. Due to criminalisation and the lack of recognition of sex work as work, many sex workers cannot access government support, as they often require details of employment history or proof of loss of income. Sex work must be recognised as work, and all aspects decriminalised to ensure that sex workers can access the same social protections, emergency financial support, and labour rights as all other workers. States must consult with and meaningfully involve sex workers to understand their needs and take appropriate measures to prevent and reduce poverty, precarious working conditions, and vulnerability. In doing so, they must urgently address the stigma, discrimination, and social exclusion that sex workers face daily.